Alrighty, deadbeats. So in this video, I'm going to talk about these 7 things that I would do differently if I was restarting my online business from scratch in my 20s. My name is Dan Brock, the Deadbeat Super Affiliate, and if you're trying to build a passive income online business from the comfort of your living room sofa, this is the channel for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and tick that bell icon so you're notified of any videos that I release when I release them. Alright, so real quick, here is yesterday's $30 cash competition winner. Here's the winning comment, and we're doing the same thing here today. Just comment something related to this video, and I'll pick out the winning commenter, and you can potentially win $30 in PayPal cash for winning top commenter. Alright, so I got my fancy little deadbeat, ink notepad here. I'm going to talk about the 7 things that I would do differently, and as always, I'm going to over-deliver and probably do like 8 or 9 tips here. Alright, so tip number 1, perhaps the most important thing that I have to say here, that is you are the only person you can rely on. So there is a particular online business model. This illustrates it the best, where the way it works is you network with people at events and you get them to promote your products for you. Now, that's all good when things are going great. When you're succeeding, everyone wants to be your friend. They want to be there to support you, or at least pretend to support you. But once that tide turns, once that moment when you're a little down, that's when they all abandon you. All right, so what this means is that you have to focus entirely on yourself. Invest in your online education, learn how to do various forms of marketing, whether it be free traffic, paid traffic, SEO. Learn the actual techniques that you can use to build your empire on your own. All right, so focus only on building your empire first. Things like affiliates, other people should only come into play when you're focusing on like bonus money. All right, so make sure you're solely in control of your business. So important, easy for this to happen because we are social creatures. All right, that was point number 1. Point number 2. This is something, if I could go back in time, I would fix this right off the bat. And that is I would focus on higher price point products, whether it be my own products or affiliate offers. All right, so I made the mistake early on in creating cheaper products in the kind of under the mindset like where it was cheaper, I'd be able to make up for it in volume. And that works in some industries. But like, for example, Amazon's doing great with it. But I think the general online business, you're better off going the higher price point and learning and figuring out ways to improve your product quality and differentiating your product a little bit more and charging more for it instead of trying to differentiate it based off of price. Reason why is I found that, weirdly enough, people are more satisfied with the product. They consume it more. They end up being more enthusiastic about what you have to do. And in turn, you become more enthusiastic about it. In other words, this helps you make more money. All right, so it's not necessarily true. Just because something's more expensive doesn't mean it's always going to sell less than a lower price point product. So just keep that in mind if you're starting out. That's the one thing, if I had to look back, if I could change, that's one of the major things. So my price points, I definitely, looking back, should have charged way more for my stuff because my stuff is good. And it's more of just like a knowledge and confidence thing, especially when you're a beginner. You think that you don't know enough, but that's not true. So just spend a little bit of extra effort improving the premium aspects of your product. It's really not that much more. You know, like compared to, let's say, $20 product versus $500 product, it's not really that much more. So just keep that in mind. And also, side thoughts here: lower price products are better for like a quick cash grab. But to create a sustainable online business, higher price point is where you want to go. The reason why is because you can afford to hire more staff. It will last much longer. All right, that's another tip off the top of my head as I was saying that. Online business is not a zero-sum game. What I mean by that is it's not, the point is not to beat your competition in the short run. And that's what a lot of people come in. They think, I need to be like tougher. I need to be more dominant and aggressive right off the bat to knock my opponents out. That's not the truth. I believe online businesses is like an infinite sum game, meaning that the key to this is not outdoing your competition in the short run, but outlasting them, not a year, but 10 years from now. All right, so that's something I'm trying to think more about. As I get more experience, I realize that's the reality of the way business works in general. It's not about being more dominant for a short period of time. It's about outlasting, having more grit, having more discipline, and what is the other thing I'm thinking about? Perseverance. That's what I'm looking for. It's persevering and lasting longer. All All right, so that's tip number 3. Tip number 4 is that no, this is sad but true. 99% of the people that you hire are really just looking to take advantage of you. And I think I'm going to make a separate video about this. I've talked about this in the past, but reality is people want to get more than they give. So you have to be on the lookout for that. And when I was younger, I was more naive because I viewed everything through my lens, which was basically I need to continue to produce and provide a lot of value in order to get value in return. A lot of people don't think like that, is what I've realized. They really think about how can I do the least amount of work to get the most amount of money. So how can I provide the least amount of value to get paid as much as I can? Most people think like that, and as an online business owner, especially small business, one employee on your team with that mindset can sink your whole entire business. All right, so that's one little hard lesson I learned. It took me a good 10 years to figure that out, but people learn lessons at different speeds here. So don't be so naive. That's just a characteristic of youth, I think. So that's number 4, whatever. Next tip, this is 4 or 5. Momentum is a very fickle beast. It can turn on you so quick. So it's very easy to get complacent once your business is doing really well and you feel that growth and momentum. It can change just like that. So keep that in mind. It's really easy to think like, oh, I got this momentum. If I stop working or I slow down a good bit and I stop pushing the boulder up the hill, it'll still go up. Maybe not as intense as it was, but it'll still increase. And don't get me wrong, the momentum can carry you for a good number of years, but once that mojo is gone, it takes a lot more work to get it back. So just keep that in mind. Momentum can flip-flop on you just like that. So my camera's a little bit crooked here. Let me fix that. All right, next tip is focus more on customer support. This is something I wish I would have done when I'm younger. When you start a business, that's kind of an afterthought, but customer support's important because really, people buy things for the experience. Mostly, that's about half of it. So just think about going to a restaurant. The food is definitely 50%, the product that you get, but the other half is the interaction and the actual experience. So customer support is important because it helps create and maintain that positive customer experience. That makes a big difference. So personally, I'm trying to stay more in contact with everybody with my businesses because twofold benefit, because it helps keep your customers happy and it helps you improve and stay on the bleeding edge of what your market wants. So try to always stay in contact with your customers when you can. And man, I'm just moving all around here. And always focus about the customer experience first. That's how your business grows and maintains the growth. All right, number 8 or 9, I don't know where we're at here. I'm probably gonna do a lot more than 7. Model your competitors. This is something where I guess I was a bit stubborn. I wanted to do everything be super unique, be the first person to do something, and never really works out. It's best to just pick your top 3 competitors and cherry pick some of the things that you like about each of their businesses and combine that into your own unique thing. Way better to do that. Reason why is because they've already kind of laid out a roadmap for you. So you can just model that and just take those things that you think they do well and just do them for yourself. It's way better. You'll be way better off. Next tip is, this is hard to do, especially when you're young, is you got to keep your pride and ego in check. So what I mean by this is the issue that I had when I was younger. I wanted to build everything up myself without help from anyone. While there might be an aspect of a little bit of pride there, like I did this, I did it all, ha ha ha. Really, it just leads to pain and slower growth. So don't be afraid to learn from people, to seek counsel, get advisors, to work with different communities, get your opinions from other people. It helps. It helps to learn from others, and it's not worth the trade-off. You can be get bragging rights, I did it all myself, huh? But it costs you a lot of time and money in the process. So when you're younger, that's kind of what you're going to want. That's your thought process, but it's not worth it. So try to get help when you can. It's from the right people. All right, last tip, or the second and last here. I've learned that you're one piece of knowledge away from success or failure. So what I mean by that is, just for example, I was looking back. I was working. I might make this a separate video, come to think of it. But I went to a financial advisor the other day, and just to get their thoughts. And because I did a lot of learning prior, a couple years of learning, I avoided a bad situation. So when it comes to money and entrepreneurship, you have to continually learn skills, because it's so easy. Literally, if someone has one little excess piece of knowledge over top of you, they will use it against you. So make sure that when it comes to your money, your business, whether if it's a software business, definitely know a little bit about programming at least, or find a trustworthy partner. And that's hard to do in and of itself. But find someone trustworthy that knows the skill that you don't know. But even that can be a problem, because once other people get involved in the equation, there's a lot more variables you have to worry about. So again, always remember you're one piece of knowledge away from success or failure. So that will keep you up at night learning, improving. All right, next tip. Next tip. This is one thing very hard to do when you're younger, and that is to realize that money is not like a way to show off to people or improve your worth or get validation. Money is your freedom. So I see a lot of younger entrepreneurs just blowing cash. I've talked about this in the past. Know that for every dollar that you spend on frivolous things, if you're not using it as a tool to grow your business, you are giving away one piece of your freedom at a time. It's not just dollar bills or digits. Think of money as a tool to gain freedom and to keep it. And once you start looking at things like that, freedom by far is the most valuable thing compared to like a nice house, nice car. None of that you can enjoy if you're not free. So just remember that money equals freedom, and by far is the most important thing that, as far as money is concerned, that's what it's for, to buy your freedom. All right, so all that said, that's what I would do differently. And if you want to start online business, where I would have started I actually started when I was like 12, but if I could go back in time to when I was 12, for example, I totally would have started with affiliate marketing first. Reason why, it's because that's the way to get right to the money without all the things like creating a product, word of mouth customer support. It's all pretty much done for you. So affiliate marketing is great because you only have to focus on two things: getting good at traffic and getting good at selling. So I'll show you how to do that in my free guide that I have available here today. Link below, or just go to deadbeatuniversity.com/guide. All right, so this is going to show you from A to Z how to start an online affiliate marketing business with Amazon. So this is one of the most trusted online marketplaces on the internet, and if you want to get your feet wet with creating your own online business, by far, that's where you want to start. So link to the guide below. With all that said, my name is Dan Brock, the Deadbeat Super Affiliate. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the circle subscribe button right here to join the Deadbeat Revolution today. Also, share this video with your friends and comment below if you have any questions for me in relation to this video. And remember, I'm giving away $30 to the top commenter here on this video here today. All right, with that said, time for old Deadbeat to go take a nap. Here we go.